Hello viewers, in this video we'll see cost of equity share capital, under that dividend yield method. Before we go into the problem, we'll see cost of equity capital. The payment of dividend for this equity share is not a legal one. It doesn't mean that equity share capital is cost-free capital. The shareholders, that is the equity shareholders, invest their funds with the expectation of dividends. Okay, the cost of equity capital is defined as the minimum rate of return that a firm must earn on the equity financed portion. Okay, that is the cost of equity capital is nothing but the minimum rate of return from the investment of this equity finance. Okay, and now we'll see the various methods to calculate the cost of equity. Under that we have 5 methods. In this video we'll see dividend yield method. This is otherwise known as dividend price method. And we have 4 more methods: dividend price plus growth method, earning price method, realized yield method, cost of equity under CAPM model. Okay, we'll see other methods in the upcoming videos. Now we'll see dividend yield method, and this method is also known as dividend price method. According to this method, the cost of equity is calculated on the basis of required rate of return in terms of future dividend to be paid on equity shares for maintaining their present market price. Okay, in other words, the cost of equity capital will be the rate of expected dividend which will maintain the present market price of equity shares. That is, the cost of equity is based on the future dividends to be paid on the equity shares in order to maintain the present market price. Okay, now we'll see the formula to calculate this cost of equity under dividend yield method. And under this we have 2 formulas. One formula we will use when new issues is made. Okay, the formula here is cost of equity is equal to D1 divided by NP. Okay, D1 is nothing but expected dividend per share. Okay, everything we have to take it here per share. And NP is nothing but net proceeds per share. You already know what is this net proceeds, right? Net proceed is nothing but issue price minus issue expenses. You know how to calculate this issue price. Okay, and we have one more formula to calculate this cost of equity under this dividend yield method. That is, in case of existing equity shares are there, the cost of equity is equal to dividend divided by MP. Okay, you already know what is D, that is expected dividend per share, and MP is nothing but market price per share. Okay, that is the market value of the share. Now we'll see one problem. A Limited issued 5 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of 10%. The company has been paying a dividend of 27% regularly for the past 5 years. It is expected to maintain the dividend in future also. You are required to calculate the cost of equity capital, the cost of equity capital if the market price of the share is rupees 50. Okay, here it's given that the shares new issue is made at a premium of 10%. Okay, for calculating cost of equity for new issue, the formula is D1 divided by NP. D1 here is expected dividend per share. Okay, the company is paying a dividend of 27% regularly. Okay, and it is expected to maintain the same rate of dividend. So dividend per share is equal to 10, that is the face value, into 27 percentage, will get 2.7 per share. Okay, and the net proceeds here is, for calculating this, we need to know what is the issue price. Here it is issued at a premium, so the issue price will be face value plus premium on issue. Here we don't have any issue expenses, so the net proceeds is the issue price. So net proceeds equal to 10 plus 1 will get 11. Okay, so the D is 2.7 and NP is 11 here. So if we substitute in the formula, we'll get 24.55 percentage. This is the cost of equity. We have one more question here. The B question is the cost of equity capital if the market price of the share is 50. Okay, this is existing issue formula we have to use. Okay, for existing shares, the formula is D1 divided by MP. D1 is the same, 2.7, and MP it is given, that is 50 rupees. So if we substitute in the formula, we'll get 5.4 percentage. Okay, I hope now you are clear with this dividend yield model, and I have given you a problem for you to practice. Thank you for your patient listening.